Hi, I'm Jonathan Shalene, and I'm here to show you where I'm at for developing Project Ignite, which is a modular marker-based augmented reality board game based off of snakes and ladders. Players will compete and race to reach all across the board, and that is how they will win the game. So, here's my current prototype. Right now, it is in a state where it is purely a augmented reality camera-based interface where modular augmented reality tiles are flipped and reorganized to make new markers to scan, which when scanned, they'll tell the board to change into a new shortcut or obstacle that will transform the board and what the players can do while playing in the game. And there'll be a lot of variations, as with 8 total modular markers, there can be up to 16 new combinations that can be scanned. So with 4 double-sided modular tiles of augmented reality markers on each side, players can make up to 18 new changes of the board. I am glad I used OpenBrush to create the 3D aspects of this part of the prototype, as it's fairly simple to transfer the models that you create in OpenBrush into the board. And it was actually a lot of fun. So I'm glad I got to do that. And I'm going to talk about the prototype format. I've been using Unity to create an app for Android phones, while the board portion would consist of paper and 3D printed materials and cardboard. I did try to attempt to make a all digital board, but due to Vuforia not having occlusion cooling, the game pieces were not visible on the AR device because of the AR overlay. But a full digital version would work well with multiple headset devices using extended reality and VR. For testing, I wanted to figure out where players would get stuck so I could improve the experience and learn how I could help them get better and gain empathy. And I did this by letting my users read the instructions and try to tell me how to play the game with the prototype components given to them, which you have seen in earlier footage. By letting users try out the prototype and learn it on their own, I was able to learn a lot on what they need and where they get stuck. And you can see there some examples of where. And much of the problems arrived through the first iteration of the instruction manual. The board itself has gone through 3 total iterations so far, where there was special spaces added. These spaces, when landed by a player, would cause people to rescan the modular AR cards. However, since the chances of that were so low, I decided to have players rescan the AR cards when they light a beacon. And I also added start spaces so they could know where to start, as it was not clear for them the first time they tried playing the game on their own understanding. So I applied what I learned from their struggles reading the manual that had no visual references, and also I noticed they read the order of the instructions a little unintentionally in the wrong order. So I decided to simplify it and make it a little easier. So what's next to learn? I want to be able to see if the next iterations that I attempt to address problems work, and I'll try to add more augmented reality to the whole project, making it more colorful. Thank you for watching. I'm Jonathan Shalene, and this is Project Ignite.